right? So, first question is, what is a verb? What is a verb? What does that mean when I say, hey guys, write a verb in your sentences? What's that mean, Sophia?
A verb is an action.
An action, good. It's an action word. So if I say jump, hop, skip, what's another action word? What's another action word? Give me examples, Tyler. Run. Running is an action word. What's another action word, Sophia?
Walk.
Walk. That's a great one. Eli.
Talk.
Yes, good, good. Kason, what's yours?
What are we doing?
Give me a verb. An example of a verb. You're doing a verb right now. What are you doing? You're thinking. Thinking is a verb. You're also doing another verb right now. Mason, what are you doing?
I'm talking to Angie about...
Talking. Talking, that's a verb. You're talking, that's a verb. What's another verb? Cruz?
Yeah.
Cruz is doing something right now.
I'm about to write.
You're writing. Writing is a verb. It's a verb. Yep, you're right. Exactly. You're right about right. Penny, what's your verb?
Give me a second. Can I tell you?
In just a second, Kason. Remember, we raise our hand, we stay on mute. We don't come off mute until we're called, okay?
Spelling.
Spelling is a verb. All right, Kason, what's your next one?
No.
I see a lot of verbs happening right now in your pictures. Looking at the video, I see people watching. I see people laying down. Cruz is laying down. That's a verb. Setting.
Sitting.
You're wearing clothes.
Sitting.
Smelling. Tasting.
Seeing.
Holding. Seeing. Smelling. I mean, all those are verbs. Anything you do, anything you physically do is a verb. Okay? So, if it happens in the present, you'll notice that as we're talking about those, they're happening right now. So, at the top of your page, you can write that down if you want. You can say, now is present. It's happening right this second. It's happening right now. In the past is like yesterday. It happened yesterday. It happened it could have happened 5 seconds ago, honestly. It doesn't have to be just yesterday. It could be 100 years ago, a million years ago, bazillion years ago, when the earth was, came into being and all that. I mean, a long time ago, right? And then future is tomorrow. Or it could be simply as 1 hour from now. All right? So, if I talk about shoveling, how can I make that in the past? What would I do? What would I do to it? What would I do to it, Mason? What did I do to make it in the past?
Did shoveling in the future?
Well, that'd be in the future. What would I do for the past? What did I add to the end of the word?
Shoveled?
Yes. So what did I add to the end of it?
Ed.
Ed. Shoveled. Ed. Jingled. Ed. Glistened. Yes, you need to spell it right since all the words are right there and all you're doing is add an ed. Please make sure you spell the words correctly. I count on for spelling because they're literally right there, guys. So there's no reason to misspell it. Climbed. What would I do with skiing? What pattern do you notice, Tyler? ED. Good. So it'd be skied. I skied last week. We skied a couple weeks ago if you were playing in the snow. Skated. I skated at the ice rink. ED.
Why wasn't there 12 words?
There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't know. There's only 9 on this page. I got this page. This was an assignment that the other 3 classes did, and I got it from them. So, baked, warming, or warmed, right? And bundled. I bundled my TV and internet together. You'll see that word a lot on TV. If you watch AT&T commercials, Verizon commercials, Spectrum, all those different companies, they'll talk about bundling them together, put them together, right? What do you notice, Eli?
I notice skiing.
What do you notice on skiing?
Skiing has ing and
Good.
skid and has ed.
Good. Excellent.
But it's still the same.
It's the same word. It's just when it happened. When it happened. You're still skiing, right? But I am skiing, and I skied yesterday, or 5 minutes ago, or I skied over spring break. Spring break's already happened. It's done. It's a done deal. There's no more spring breaks, right? This year. You have to wait until 3rd grade to have spring break again. And that's reality, right? That sounds kind of funny to say, like, whoa. But it's true, right? How about you, Sophia? What do you notice?
I cannot see the bottom.
Okay, let me zoom in for you. Can you see that? Is that better? Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate that.
I noticed on shoveling, it kind of looks weird, not really, because there's an E and ing, but there's an L between the
it's probably the font. They call it the font. The way it looks on the screen, the way the letters are, makes it look like a weird. Makes it look weird because that L is the same height as everything else. They call it the font of the writing. So yes, you can take a screenshot of the picture, or you can write it down. It's up to you. I'm giving you a few moments to write it down, and then we'll get with the last column. Yes, Tyler. Yes, sir.
Is jingle, listen, and climb supposed to have ing?
That's a great question. They don't always follow the ing rule because it sounds weird to say, I climbed the mountain. You can say I am climbing the mountain. It all depends on how you say it. But I can't say I am shovel my dirt. That don't make sense. I have to say I am shoveling. So these words right here, jingle, glisten, and climb, those are the only ones without the ing, and there are certain rules of when to add the ing. But in general, and we'll be talking about those rules over the next week. But in general, you can say how could I use this at present tense? I jingle the coins in my pocket, right? Or I could say I am jingling the coins in my pocket. So you could say it either way and it makes sense. Where these other words, you can't say I am skate on my roller skates. That don't make any sense. That's like cuckoo crazy. If you said that, you don't sound, it's not right, so that makes you sound a little crazy, right? And we want to say things correctly so we can show how intelligent we are. Okay? This is a great question. Great question. He was pointing out that these three right here don't have ing. Great question. All right. And we'll talk more about those rules. I just want you to notice that ing, it happens almost every time. Not all the time, but almost 99% of the time. Ed happens in the past. Now, we do have to add a word to the future tense. What do we have to do to the future? If I say I want to shovel dirt this weekend, what do I say? How would I say that? What do you think, Tyler? Will, good. So I add the word will. I will do this. I will. Will. And I go ahead and do this first. That way I don't forget. Now, if I say in the future, do I say, I will shoveling the dirt on Saturday? Or is it, I will shovel? Which one do I say, Eli? What's the correct way to say that? Would I say, I will shovel the dirt on Saturday? Or I will shoveling the dirt on Saturday? Which one makes more sense?
I will shoveling the dirt on Saturday.
I'd say I will shoveling the dirt.
I will shovel the dirt.
There you go. So what you do is you remove the ing. I'm sorry, my pen's acting crazy. That's supposed to be an S. Sorry. My pencil's acting crazy on my marker board. It's a dumb board sometimes. Some people call it a smart board. I call it a dumb board. All right. So I will jingle. Notice I take off the ing at the end. I will glisten. The stars will glisten in the moonlight. I will climb the mountain. All right. Those are easy because, like you said, Tyler, they don't have ing on them. But when I get down here to skiing, what do I say? I will skiing this month, or I will ski? I will ski. Good. All right. I will skate. skate. I will bake. Now notice that sometimes these don't have an E on the end. Make sure you add an E. Okay? Who's talking? They didn't have their hand up. They're just talking. Yes, Brielle.
Sorry, I was late.
That's okay. I'm glad you made it. We're doing our verb tenses activity on today's writing activity. And so what we're talking about is, what do you notice about these different tenses? If it's in the present, most of them have ing. If they're in the past, they have ed, and then in the present, they say will.
Mr. Clem?
Yes.
I can't see the whole screen.
Okay. Let's see.
Down to the bottom.
So, the shadow of the computer. Unfortunately, let me see if I can change that. Is that better? Okay. All right. And I will be taking a screenshot of this page for kiddos that missed the Zoom meeting, or that are on the Zoom meeting. If you need extra time, it's no problem as well. I'll stay on here and let you finish it up. All right. So we're looking at this page. What do you notice about the future tense? We'll take one more minute and then we'll be done. What do you notice about future tense, Cruz? What do they all have in common?
They all say will.
They all say will. Good. So notice in the present tense, most of them have the ing. Notice in the past, what do they have, Brielle? What do you add to make it to the past? What suffix?
Ed.
Ed. Good. You add the suffix ed. The suffix. The suffix is the letters at the end of the word, right? And then will goes in the future. All right? While you're finishing that up, I will be having my 11 o'clock group meet with me. If you guys are on my Friday Zoom, normally my Friday at Friday group, and you guys want to join me that did not join me for the 8:30, feel free to join me. We're going to be going over the science activity today. All right, the really hard assignment. So if you guys want help with that, feel free to join me. So that's Sophia, Mason. I think of who else is on here. Cruz, I believe you're in that group as well. If you guys would like extra help on that science reading activity, okay? If you guys feel like you can do it, go for it. Knock your socks off and do it yourself. Or knock your socks off and join us. It's totally up to you. It's optional, okay? All right, I just want to throw that out to you because normally you're in my Friday group, not in my Monday through Thursday group. All right, you guys have a wonderful day. I will be staying on if you guys need help. My 11 o'clock group will meet at 11:05. That gives you about 12 minutes to take a break, okay? Love you guys. Bye. Feel free to stay on if you need extra time to work, okay? Or if you have questions, I'll be happy to help you.